Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to DIY Art Blast. So today I'm gonna show you how I make my art prints. So remember I shared this video the other day and I was showing how I hang my art. Now I'm gonna show you how I made that art using just my iPad, and I'll show you step by step. So please watch my video, and this is like a step-by-step video, so that's why it's a little bit longer video, but you can also fast forward if you like. And if you also want to follow my video and draw something like this, trust me, you can also do this. So yeah, follow my video and you can also paint this.
So I created this sticker like a while ago, and I'm gonna use this can, just the shape of that can, so that I don't have to draw the whole thing again. So to do that, I'm just gonna choose that layer. Now whenever I draw something like this, I like to keep the layers separate. I don't combine them, and so that if I want to use this same design, same outline or something, I can use it. For example, I can also use the same flowers if I want to. So I'm just gonna pick that, and I'm gonna click on gallery, back. I'm gonna select the new canvas I just created, and I'm gonna drop it here. Alright, so now I'm not gonna completely use this shape, so I'm just gonna make this slightly little lighter, and I'm gonna draw on top of this. Okay, and whenever I draw, I like to choose black color. Okay, just gonna start drawing.
Okay, so I remove that and I try one more time, and now I like this one. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I need to pick the colors that I'm gonna use here. So I'm just randomly picking colors that I'm thinking might go together. So yeah, here I'm just making a little dot on the top so that I don't have to find that color again. And yeah, I'm gonna do that very quickly here. Okay, so now I'm gonna select the layer of my can, and then I'm just gonna click on alpha lock, and then I'm gonna click on fill the layers, and I'm also gonna fill everything inside like this. And here I'm just making sure that I'm filling all the way in. Okay, so here I pick a little darker shade than the yellow color I use for the handle and also for the other bite. Okay, so I created a new layer, and I also did the clipping mask there. Okay, so whatever I do, it's only gonna work, it's only gonna like draw on the can on top, if that makes sense. Okay, so I picked this airbrush, and I'm just gonna go all the way on the edges area to make it a little bit more kind of rustic, or maybe more like a darker. So yeah, here how I'm gonna do it.
Okay, and I'm also gonna add all the way around this can. Now do you see how you can see the difference here and here? You can also pick your brush slightly little bigger. I'm just gonna make it slightly little bigger, and then okay, I'm just gonna make the bottom a little bit more darker. Just gonna make it a little smaller, and I'm also gonna add this color here. Okay, I'm just gonna select a little bit more darker shade, and I'm just gonna add a little bit here. Okay, and a little bit on the bottom. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna select the lighter color. So I'm just gonna pick this color first, and then a little bit lighter. Okay, now I'm just gonna apply this lighter shade on the top of this can. I mean, it looks almost the same color, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit more lighter. And a little small brush. Okay, all right, now I'm just gonna pick just a white color, and I'm just gonna highlight just some area. So now this is my style. I know that there are I mean, everybody have all their own style. I always like to add a little bit of you know, a little bit of white like this. Oopsie, it's hard to see because I didn't pick the right brush. So I'm gonna pick my brush, technical pen. I mostly use these three brushes: soft brushes, monoline brush, and a technical pen. This darker red I'm gonna choose. All right, and I already created this new layer, and I'm just gonna choose my monoline brush, and I'm also gonna make this layer clipping mask so that, you know, it's only gonna draw on my can, nowhere else. Okay, so now I'm just gonna select this. I really want to add a tiny little line on bottom. Okay, and then if you can see, I add, like, you know, a little curve line. And I know it's hard to see, but when I click on it, it's not, my can is not straight, but that's okay. I'm just gonna still go with this. All right, and I'm just gonna do the same thing for the top part. Now that's straight. I don't want to make anything straight here. Okay, and then I'm gonna click on this edit. Just want to keep it slightly a little bit small. Okay, now I don't really worry about this white line. I'll just make another line on top later. All right, so now I'm just gonna use different color. Maybe I'm gonna choose this lighter color. Okay, and same thing on top. Okay, now I'm just gonna erase this extra thing. Oops. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna pick a little bit lighter orange, and I'm just gonna choose a different brush here. Maybe I'm just gonna choose this water pen. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add this kind of little dot. Okay, alright, now I'm just gonna select my monoline brush one more time, and I'm just gonna choose the smallest brush. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and add on, like, outline the bottom of this line. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. Okay, I'm just gonna select edit, and I can just reshape this line. Okay, alright, now
So okay, I also did the same thing on this area, like I did on the bottom of the can and top of the can.
I want to add a little, a little flower here, or maybe a little flower here. Again, this is like rough drawing I'm gonna add, and then I can add some more more greenery here, a little bit, like a little stem coming out here, little stem here, a big one here, another flower. Maybe I want to add a little small one here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this first, and let's see how that goes. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this layer slightly a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna create another layer, and I'm gonna choose the color I like. Okay, and then I'm just gonna choose the brush. Maybe I'm just gonna stick with this pen. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go with this. I'm just gonna fill it inside as I'm going. Okay, I'm just gonna pick a little darker shade now, and I'm gonna pick another layer, and this goes on the bottom. Okay. Right, now next color I'm gonna use maybe a little bit more darker. Okay. And I'm gonna create another layer. Oopsie. Okay, I'm just have to connect this two line. Okay. All right. That is too big of flower, but that's okay. I can make it smaller later. All right. So now I'm gonna add another layer, and I'm just gonna choose a little lighter color and add the center of the flower. So maybe I'm just gonna keep it very simple and add a little circle, and I'm just gonna fill it inside. Okay, now I want this to go up here. Okay, that's better. Okay, all right, now I'm just gonna pick just a plain white and a little dot. So I think I like this flower, but I don't like the color, so I'm gonna change the color. So let me see what color I want to use. Let's see if I can use any of this color and if it's gonna look good or not. Okay, I'm gonna use this kind of, you know, a little light, kind of a little blush, I don't know, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna make it a little darker for the next, and for the next one again a little bit more darker. Okay, that's better. All right, now for this I'm just gonna pick the lightest. That's not too light. I'm just gonna make it a little bit more lighter. Okay, I think I like that. Alright, now I'm gonna add some shading. So I'm just gonna hide all of these other layers because I don't want to see those right now. Alright, so now I'm just gonna pick this color and I'm gonna create a layer on top of this layer. Alright, and I'm just gonna choose a little bit of darker shade than this color, and I'm gonna pick the soft brush and I'm just gonna basically gonna do the outline. Okay, and something like this. Just gonna go around my petal. I think that's too dark, so I'm just gonna go one more time. Now I know that it's darker because what I like to do is just select this layer and just do clipping mask first before I add any color, so that, you know, it's easy for me to know if it's dark enough or not. Okay, now I'm gonna make this layer a little bit more lighter from middle here. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep this. Alright, now I'm just gonna create another layer on top of this layer right here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna hide the other layers again. Alright, now I'm just gonna pick this color and I'm just gonna choose a little darker shade. I'm just gonna keep repeating this same thing for my whole flower. Okay, I'm just gonna skip the center part of this flower. I don't wanna touch that right now. Okay, now I can turn on all of these flower layers. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select a different color. I'm just gonna choose a white color and I'm gonna add another layer on top. Okay, I'm just gonna pick my technical pen. Now I'm again back to my my favorite part, which is adding a little line like that. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick the darker color and I'm just gonna add some lines. Done with this one flower. Okay, now I'm just gonna add the stem on the bottom. So I'm just gonna create, so before I do that, let me just let me just add a stem, and I'm just gonna add that layer all the way on the top of this flower, and I'm just gonna choose my green colors. So I'm just gonna pick this darker color for the bottom of this flower. Okay. Not so good about, I'm not so really good about this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pick this lighter color, and I'm gonna add a stem going in my jar, my can. So I need to do this like a couple times. I'm just gonna overlap my can here. Okay, alright, now I'm just gonna clean this color. Okay. Alright, I know that this flower looks so big for this can, but what I'm gonna do is, let me hide all this stuff that I don't need right now. Come on, go, go, go. Alright, now let me make this flower a little bit smaller. Okay. I think that's better. I need to make my stem small too, so that's better. Okay. I need to make my stem a little bit more longer. Okay, next flower I want to add is like a nice bloom flower. So before I do that, I'm just gonna combine all these layers. I'm just gonna group them all. Okay, I'm just gonna name it flower one, maybe, I don't know. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna add another flower. I'm just gonna turn on this, little outline layer. That is something like this, just a very simple flower. Maybe I'm just gonna start with the circle, and then let me hide this. Okay, I don't want to make too big of these flowers, so I usually like to make 5 petals, but this is way too big flower, so I don't know. I think I like it. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it, and I'm just gonna fill it inside. Okay, now I'm just gonna add the center. Before I do that, I'm just gonna add some shading. I'm just doing the same step that I did here. Okay, I'm gonna add another layer, and I really want to highlight some more of these flowers, so I'm just gonna choose the soft bristles, soft brush, and I'm just gonna, you know, highlight here and also do the clipping mask. I'm going to do the same thing for this one, but maybe with a small brush. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna stick with this one, and now I'm just gonna add a little, you know, easy little, excuse me, stem. Different, and this time I'm gonna use like this orange color. Okay, so let's say maybe this is the bottom of the flower, and this is the top of the flower. Okay, I'm just gonna keep doing that. Okay, just gonna fill everything inside. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing right now, but trust the process. Trust the process. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna add another color, maybe a little darker color, and I'm just gonna go over. I don't like this one. I know I'm just being very quick here because I really want this flower not to look like, you know, it's so perfect. Just a little messier, you can say, but still it's gonna look good. Trust me. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this darker layer on the bottom right here. Okay, so you can see the both of this color. Now I'm just gonna add the shading again. Okay, I'm just gonna use the same color on top of this layer, and I'm just gonna click on clipping mask. Alright, now I'm just gonna add some white. Before I add white, I wanna add this line, so I'm just gonna choose this small brush. Okay. Okay, I think I like that. Alright, now I can add some white lines, and for that I'm just gonna add another layer. Okay, so maybe I want to highlight this bottom of this flower. Okay, I like this flower a lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn this flower a little bit different way, maybe this way. Okay. Alright, and then I'm just gonna add a little stem. Again, I'm just gonna do the same thing like I did here. And you know what? I really like this one for this stamp, so I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna still add line here. For this, I'm gonna use a different color, a little lighter color maybe. Okay, like that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cover this one more time. Alright, and I'm just gonna erase this. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing for this little flower stem. I like this. Okay. Sorry guys. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, maybe I wanna bring this flower slightly little so I'm just gonna pick that, not this one. Flower 2. Okay, so maybe right here. Alright, and I'm just gonna choose this flower. Before I do that, I'm just gonna group them first. I'm gonna name it flower 3. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna bring this flower a little bit more on top. Here. Maybe. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna make this stem a little bit more bigger. Alright, now I can add some, I can start adding some more greeneries here, because more leaves and stuff. But before I do that, let me clear all this stamp lines that's going over this can. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a leaf going this way. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna add my leaves. Okay, so what I like to do is do something like this. Okay, and I'm just gonna fill inside, so something like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep adding more. Now I want to make this a little bit more smaller, but I guess I made it bigger, but that's okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep layering, and I can bring this all the greenery I add on the bottom if I don't like it over the can. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick this. Oopsie. Okay. So when I zoom in, I don't see any white line. So I'm just gonna fill it inside all of this. Light is coming this way, so I'm just gonna add the white on top here. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick another color which is more darker than what I just used. And I'm gonna add another layer. and I'm just kind of overlap this over here because I'm gonna add some flower that is more, I don't know what it's really called to be honest, but I'm just gonna add a flower right here. Okay, that's there, and I'm just gonna add a little small one here, maybe going over this can a little bit. Sometimes I don't know what I do, but I just kind of go with the flow, I guess. Okay, so now the next color for this flower, actually I'm gonna use this red. Little thing I like that. Okay, I'm just gonna, so when I add this kind of flower, I just like to go over this tip of this, you know, this tip of this stem first, and then I'm just gonna add more. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a little darker color this time. Okay, like really dark, you know, like that. Okay, now I'm just gonna create a new layer, and I'm just gonna choose the small little brush, and I'm just gonna go, you know, add a little dot like that on the bottom of this berry, but I don't know why I'm saying berry. Because it looks like berry, I don't know why. Okay, flower. Okay, I'm just gonna make it a little smaller. Okay, I'm just gonna go under. Okay, I like that. So I'm just gonna start with the center of this flower, and then I'm just gonna add a flower that looks like that. Okay, I'm just gonna add like a 4 petals. Okay, I'm just gonna fill it inside. I'm just gonna pick a little darker color. I'm gonna create a new layer, and I'm just gonna add a little dot. Okay, now what I'm doing is adding a line here and here, but maybe I want to use different color. Okay, some part I don't know how to even explain you guys, so alright, so now I'm just gonna move this flower to maybe here, and I'm gonna move my second flower and kind of, you know, turn that flower. I'm gonna use this purple, why not? A little lighter purple. Okay, I think I like this color. Okay, maybe a little darker for this one. Yeah, I like that. Okay, maybe a little bit more darker for this one, and I'm just gonna pick a white, and I'm just gonna, oopsie, I'm just gonna have to remove this alpha lock and pick my favorite brush. I like that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna highlight some of this flower. Okay, I think I like that. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I want to add something here. So maybe let's say first I'm gonna go all the way to the top and I'm gonna add some text. Use maybe keep going. Okay, and I want to choose so what I like to do is I think there's a lot of space between this two, so I'm just gonna put it a bit more together. Okay, all right, now I'm just gonna make it a little lighter, and I'm gonna create another layer. And I like the pen, so that's why it's kind of looking a little different. But studio pen, dry ink, I think I like dry ink. Okay, yeah, I'm all done with this design. I just add, some couple of other things. I changed the color of these flowers, I feel like, and add some kind of, a little bit of more design around, and also add my sign. And I have some, couple of things here, like this one, and I'm gonna erase that. Okay, now I think I'm done. Now let's print this. So to print, I'm going to use this printer paper here. This one is 8.5 by 11. I'm gonna put the link down below of all the products that I'm using here. So let me just take one out from here. This one is matte.
Okay, so here I'm just gonna save my video, and I'm sorry, save my photo, and then I can print from here. Alright, so yeah, here I'm all done. I am just gonna frame this, and I already posted a video where I framed this and show you how I put it in my room. But yeah, how it turned out. Let me know what you think about this video. I hope you like this step-by-step video, and if you do, let me know if you want me to make something like this more, and I can definitely do that. So thank you so much guys for being here, for watching my video, and I will see you next time for another painting or DIY. Bye.